There's an ongoing question amongst Jewish society, Jewry at large. Is the door to Kiruv closing? Is there a window of opportunity still out there? Are we able to be mekarev so many as we've been doing in the past decades? Or perhaps the time is getting late and the door is closing and there's not much room left. Many of their opinion that we're done, the next generation's fully assimilated, and there's not much room, there's not much more of those sparks that we can to inflame and to cause that fire to burn deeper and stronger like we've been doing recently. But yet there's another side as well. And I think that's what the Yom Tov of Chanukah, Yaakov Avinu, who's the Av for Klal Yisrael, for Gullus, Maisav is Sim Labanim, through his action teaches us how to persevere throughout the four Gulias. Yaakov had to go through certain struggles, certain challenges, so that us as Jews will always exist. And the Netzach Yisrael, our eternity, will be there until the end of days. When it comes Chanukah, it's dark. As the Svarim tell us, the end of the month you'll never find a Yom Tov. Because at the end of the month, there's at times where we're not fully in control. There's other mazalas, there's other forces that are usually not the greatest for us. So we don't have a Yom Tov, we don't have a holiday during that time. But yet Chanukah is during that time. And Chanukah is in a situation to guide us. It's the last Yom Tov that the Rabbanan, that our rabbis have instituted. Because in Chanukah, it has what it takes to get us through to the end. What is this lesson? What is Chanukah teaching us? When you look at Klal Yisrael, you look throughout the Jewish, our nation, and throughout the times, we have a concept called Yeridas Hadaris. That as we go on, as the road continues till the end of days, there's a lessening, and the generations have some sort of getting lower, and we get further from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, distance from God. And on that level, and on that realm, we feel very apart, very far. It's very, very difficult, very dark. But yet we know that at that time there's also refinement that's coming. As the Svarim call it, a zichuch, that we've been becoming more closer. Our neshamas, in a general sense of Klal Yisrael, our personal neshamas are getting polished, are shining brighter, because we've been through more, and we're accomplishing the greater purpose of what Hashem has in store for us. So on one hand, we have a very interesting dichotomy. On one hand, we're getting further from Hashem, but at the same time, our neshamas are getting closer and more refined as we go on. In chitzonis, in the exterior, we might look far, we might look distant, we might look extremely assimilated, but our pnimius, our insides, that which is our inner neshamas, our souls, are still ablaze and are getting even stronger because we're accomplishing the purpose what Hashem has set out for us. So yes, at times it looks dark and it's dismal. And the situation in Kiev and the situation in Jews in general, it looks rough. And practically speaking, in technical terms, it's difficult to reach them. We have to realize at the same time that sparks, that fire that's ablaze, Hashem never gives up. Hashem always has Klal Yisrael. We're going to last forever. And if Hashem, we have that emunah, we have that faith in Hashem, that means we have faith in ourselves. That we have always what to reach. We have always what to give over. And that's the lesson of Chanukah. That even though the exterior, the chitzonius, from the outside, things look difficult, things look rough, there's always that little flame burning. There's always that little fire. Even if you can't even see the flame, there's those embers. There's a little bit there that's what to latch onto. And when you light that flame, and you light those little candles, you light that menorah, you're testifying to the Yid and Gullus, to that light which always shining amidst the greatest of darkness. That was Yaakov Avinu through all which he went through. And because he went through it, we have the ability, and we will persevere. We're going to be mekar of ourselves. We're going to be mekar of others. And in the achdus of us, be mekar of each other, be mechazik each other, strengthening ourselves, lighting other people's lights. We'll be lighting our own light, we'll forge it to one greater light. and ultimately to the light of Mashiach that should come speedily in our days. Have a wonderful Shabbos and a Freilich and Chanukah.